We are live.
Hello, how you doing, boss? I'm gonna come from right foot, jump on. You gonna go to the scene, Medicare? Nah, I'm good. These they come around with these Obama phones every day, bro.
That nigga came to
Every,
your door with an
they
Obama
come,
phone?
yeah, with the Obama phones and the fucking what's the call this? The tablets. They come to my
Hey, they
door every
came to
other
my
two
house.
days.
The last apartment we stayed at, they came and was with that tablet shit. But it was like they was like going around like they was Jehovah's Witnesses damn near, just knocking on every fucking door. And I'm like, it can't be this serious about getting a phone in your house, man. These tracking devices are getting serious.
Oh yeah, they realized we found out about the chemtrails, so they gotta find
Right.
some way to sneak that shit in.
Something, right? So you sitting at home and they think you ain't got no type of phone or cellular connection, and they think you gonna be like, yeah, I need a nigga to come and serve me an Obama phone right now.
Man,
That would be the greatest thing in the world. Matt, how'd you
that's
know, nigga, I needed a phone?
that's the one thing I'm missing in my life because it's the Obama phone. I got
Thank God
everything
you came
else.
to my door.
Everything else a boy could ever dream of, except an Obama phone.
Fucking goofy.
I got
We know you just
Xbox,
got
a
off work, sir.
Switch. They're like, you don't really like your Switch like that, but this Obama phone, this Obama tablet, you
Come
gonna love
on,
it.
get one. Right. Boy, if you don't stop
Yeah,
fucking playing with me, don't come to my door with this shit. If I wanted one, I'll see you niggas on the street.
is
Fuck you mean?
that's? I just saw two Indian kids out on the street. They asked me, they were like, "You need help bringing in your groceries?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "You want a tablet?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, cuz."
Y'all niggas hustling by any means out here.
I'm like, "What are they paying y'all? It can't be great. Like, I wouldn't be going up to no niggas I don't know
I'm gonna
trying
be
to get
honest
them
with you.
Obama phones."
I never
Obama
thought
phones.
much of I never thought much of that shit until my god brother, his brother makes a living selling Obama phones. Like is raising his kid and all that shit off selling Obama phones. I'm like, how? This nigga must slang phones every 20 seconds. What the fuck is this nigga doing out there to the point where he got this many phones to sell?
Internet peoples, this is Junior Dior Junior. He's an asshole like his father.
His arms are just dangling. He didn't give
He
a shit.
nothing but bones. He's not a Garfield type cat. Even though I feed
Mm-mm.
this nigga a whole lot.
He's a classic striped tabby.
Mm,
I don't know who that is at the bottom.
I was gonna
Somebody
say
said somebody said hi. Maybe that's somebody
somebody
you
put a
know.
maybe it might be somebody. I don't know. I posted some shit. I post a lot of YouTube comments on this account. I don't never posted no videos or nothing though. I posted a
That's
lot of
comedy.
comments.
I be
Yeah, like
posting a lot of comments and shit. I be talking shit.
well, I'll be posting on sports like one of them like Kobe video, which that shit was wild. Like I went back, somebody posted like 26 years now, bro, because we posted it was his rookie highlight film, and I was like, damn, imagine this was 16 years ago, and it's been like little niggas been commenting every year for the last 10 years on it, and like no, it's 17, bro, 18, bro, 19, bro. I'm like,
Damn, that's crazy.
damn, yeah,
I ain't even thought of doing no shit like that. I haven't. I don't know why. I just be like, especially like with the Kobe situation. When he died, it was so sudden. It was just like, I don't really ever want to talk about this. Let's not talk about it. And then people just kept talking about it, and then it became like overwhelming for me. Kind of like the Nipsey Hustle thing. It was like, y'all niggas didn't give a shit. This nigga died, and it's so I'm just like, yo, this is kind of crazy right now. You know what I mean? Like this fandom, like Kobe Ben had fans and shit, but like some of the younger people, I don't understand their connection to it. Just like I didn't understand part of our generation's connection to Jordan. Y'all niggas,
mm,
y'all niggas wasn't really there. You wasn't really in it. Y'all here with Curry. Y'all
right,
here with you see what
Bron
I'm
Bron.
saying? Yeah,
That's
LeBron and
what
shit
that's
like that.
Bron Bron. That's well, Curry is the. I mean, Bron is the NBA pivotal figure of this generation. Curry is the change of the generation, I guess,
I
because
guess
that's why
I don't.
everybody pass half court and chuck up threes. You a center, niggas chucking up threes at 34, 35 feet. It's like coach said I could shoot it. Nigga, that don't mean you should. I don't give a fuck what your coach said. I don't give a fuck what your teammates say.
Wow. Somebody down in the comment section talking big shit. I don't know who that is.
My nigga,
Penguin
stop
Crew.
that. Chicken curry, you hear me? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't really be doing sports like that for this same reason. People get too emotionally riled up for no motherfucking reason. But
Sports, politics, and bitches will have niggas all pressed.
we gonna get to the bitches though. It's gonna happen. So what's it called? The title for this live is "What did 2024 teach you?" That's
Man,
and I just did a short video on it a second ago. One of the main things it taught me was no matter how hard you go for motherfuckers, and you thinking like, man, damn, maybe they'll appreciate me once they
nah.
don't have this in their life no more. Or maybe it'll be some shit like once I'm dead or whatever, they'll appreciate me and change their ways. And it's like, nah, they like, what the fuck is you doing for me in death? It's not on to the next motherfucking thing. Like it's just eat, 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 eat. Just it's just crazy. So it's just taught me to value myself in a different way, put myself first, which it sounds cliche as fuck, but it's like when you weren't doing it, then when you start doing it, it becomes such a bigger thing. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is asking for shout outs in here. Niggas is asking Nas or Jay Z. Niggas is asking all types of weird shit. But Nas, duh. Who the fuck?
Nah.
How is that even
Nas
a
is
question?
like, do they know what Nas is like?
That's not even a fucking question. Everybody knows Jay Z is a hype job. But yeah,
I,
that's what 20.
I, outside of the blueprint, I can't name three or well, the one with Kanye. I can't name five songs. Well, reasonable doubt. I still can't name five songs. I can't name seven songs that I like from Jay Z.
I could probably
He,
name seven songs I like from Jay Z, but it's not like I put him over shit that I've heard from like Nas or other recording artists from New York. You know what I mean? Like New York has such a big
I can't.
stature. I just don't put Jay Z at the top of it.
Like people be because motherfuckers worship character. That's your character worshiping. You can't be worshiping his skills. Like,
No, it's the money that he's made. That's it. But Nas has been making that
well,
money too. People just don't talk
it's
about it.
the well, it's the Rockaware. It's the Dame Dash being so boisterous, and it's the everything that comes with the Hove effect. You know what I mean? Now it's the
Yeah.
Beyonces and the Ivy Blues and whatever the fuck.
I don't
It's
really fuck with them either. But just on rap
outside of
wise,
looks. I still think Beyonce was the worst singer and the worst dancer of the group. Destiny
Kelly.
Child.
Everybody know it was all about Kelly. You know what I mean? But
But Michelle was bad though. Michelle was a bad auntie and she could sing. She could dance a
she
little
she
bit.
could sing, but I never was like, oh, I'm attracted to Michelle out of Destiny's Child. It was always Kelly. What are you talking about?
I
Kelly,
like the light,
Kelly Rowland.
I like the light
Goddamn thing.
skins. So
Yo ass.
well, I like dark skins now.
It'd be
I was
like that.
telling these, I was telling this female this the other day because she was like, I was told that you like white women. I was saying I like the women that like me.
Mm-hmm. You got to
I
be
said I'm
attentive.
not gonna overly pursue a black woman because you black, because that's what they want. That's what it be seeming like.
That's
You gotta reach above and beyond the stars, nigga. You better jump like Jordan to get me.
oh she turned you down. Oh, you was supposed to dust yourself off and try again, like the song said 30 years ago. Fuck out of here,
Man,
bitch. What are you talking about? How about you realize something is good before you and you just take advantage of that and just be like, damn, let me see where it's going. But I bet you if I had four baby mamas, a tattoo in both sides of my face, and clearly a felony on me, you'd be like, when you trying to do this? What's up? Like, with girls, when you see that turnaround, like you see it on social media sometimes where people like approach girls and they be standing there talking and the girls huh? But when you see it in person, you're just like, this bitch is really going for this shit. They don't ever show pan the camera to the dude who's just sitting there in the car like, that's my coworker right now. And this bitch is about to make a life altering decision for the worse. And I'm not about to stop. Do your thing, player. Do your thing. It's almost never that type of situation. But I've been that person who just sat and was like, wow, wow, with many people, especially siblings.
Uh,
Nigga, nigga, nigga.
yeah,
That should get tragic.
yeah. That's why everybody grown. They make their own decisions. There ain't nothing I can do or say no more. I done did
No,
my piece, did my part.
it's fucked up because they be like, especially about a certain older generation of men. They talked about how callous they were and how brutish they were and stuff like that. But look what happens when you're not. They raised our
Right,
whole generation to be subservient to the women around us. You're supposed to, ever since we're little boys, treat that little girl like this, bring her a flower, do all this types of stuff. You do that type of stuff and it's not appreciated. It's surely taken for granted every fucking time. So it's just like we're in this society where people are hyper aggressive towards each other, men and women. Am I supposed to be trying to do this for you, but you wouldn't do this for me? In fact, you
right.
think it's a perpetual system where everyone's supposed to do this for you. What type of
Because we they're given immediately, well, outside of the gutter rats, they're given the princess treatment, young, and they're told, oh, everybody's gonna put you on a pedestal your whole life because you're a female. And then you get a little older, and oh, of course, you're in middle school, a boy likes you, so he's gonna put you on a pedestal. You get even older, you go to high school, a bunch of niggas like you, or a bunch of niggas want to smash, and niggas will do whatever to pretend to smash. But once they smash, then the goal has been met. So they're like, oh, he started treating me like this. I said, well, what was his initial want of you? Was it your mentality? Was it your character? Or was it your ass?
right?
Bitches act like niggas ain't multifaceted. A man will fuck a thought. He won't marry one. They continue to
Sometimes
confuse the well. Simps marry thoughts. I don't know no real niggas
that's
marrying
what I'm
thoughts.
saying. I'm saying about our generation. And we came after the Jodeci era and all that shit. Now the music got rougher, but that
Hey,
didn't mean they wasn't out here shaming motherfuckers into being like, you supposed to be doing better for that girl. Da, da, da. Now, I knew a lot of bitch ass niggas growing up who was dogging women and doing all that shit. Learned how to do that shit and just was like, I'm not gonna be that type of nigga. But it seems like most of the women were like, I'm gonna be that type of nigga. You
most of
know
the
what
women
I
are like
mean?
I. Most of the women are like I want that type of nigga. That's
That
that's the
too.
nigga for me. That's
They're birds of a feather. So that's why I'm just like, where do
they have
you
a hive
even
mind. I mean, that's what they're meant to be lead or followers. They're meant to be led. They're not meant to lead. That's of course they're gonna have a hive mind. Men, for the most part, they're. I'm not saying that there are women who are not solo minded and focused and that can detach from the group, but they're more like cattle than we are. Men are not like cattle. Men are like lions. A lion can't lead another lion unless that lion is a fucking cub. Other than that, you're direct,
yeah,
you're going at your target, you have these things in mind, and that's what you're going to do. Women don't understand that because it's what's McCauley from Baddies doing. That's how I want to do my hair today. What's so and so from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta wearing? That's what we should wear
right?
this weekend, girl. We
Why ain't we in Turks and Caicos right now?
Because you're not letting Habibi shit on your chest. That's that's the only reason
Or
that me and Turks and
Or
Caicos.
maybe because you weren't as focused as you were supposed to be this year on actually securing the bag the way you were talking about. Some people want that shit, but they don't want to do what it takes to get there. And they expect somebody to give it to them. And that's fine. But you got to find that. And that's not easy to find. And then when you do find that, 9 times out of 10, that person wants you to bend to their will, or I can do all this shit with somebody else who will bend to my will. Now,
Right,
it's just a matter of what type of will you have versus what type of will another person's have and where you're at in your life and where they're at in their life. Um, I think most of our generation right now, in 91, born 90, 91, you're at a point where it's just like, we're in our early 30s. What matters more than financial security?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So, in that sense, if this is your hustle, I can see why you're doing it. But if
Uh,
you're not one of those scandalous people who just put it out there like this is what I do, what are you doing? What are you building? I don't see too much of shit getting built with a lot of motherfuckers around here. And that's part of the problem.
I mean, well, that's part of well, the weak mentality of men. A lot of men ain't looking to build shit unless they got a woman. Why do I need X, Y, and Z unless I have a wife or this or that? Which is true in an extent. You don't need a bunch of unnecessary necessities. The only necessity you need is a bed and a roof and food, really,
Right.
truthfully, working plumbing. But oh, I'm gonna get couches because I got a female. I'm gonna get this because I got a female. I'm gonna get a car or this or that because I got a female. Now I'm looking to have a house because I want a family. You should be always looking to have a house. Well, is that financially viable for you or in this market or climate? That's a different story.
Right. And that's living within your means. Um,
But that's the generation and reality we've created. We have to live with outside of our means, or you not having no means. You're not doing nothing if you.
I don't feel that way.
I'm good. Three different people that came here. I don't want no phones or tablets. Thank you. Goodbye. Bro.
Shit, nigga, you ain't got no what's it called it? If you can see through the door, I don't be opening my door like that. I'm gonna be honest. Unless I got the
Oh,
strap.
oh, I got good.
Shit. But them young niggas doubling back. Okay, I should have known this was happening. Yeah, just, I'm telling you, I'm extremely
No, it's a
paranoid. It'll
it's a
be
little
like that.
Mexican girl. Same Obama phone shit though. That's why I say these motherfuckers come through constantly.
That's why I'd be extra leery. I'll be like, y'all send another motherfucker here. I'm gonna think y'all trying to lick me, bro. On my mama, nigga. Y'all trying to case the place, huh? Oh, send a little girl move, huh? I've seen that one before. Yeah, you motherfuckers ain't gonna get me. I John Wick this bitch right now. You know, real shit, nigga. I'd be paranoid, bro. But nah, that shit we was talking about. Uh, I don't know. I find myself removed from it. I find myself just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like I know what I'm doing, but I know what I was trying to do too.
Right,
You see what I'm saying? And now those are two different worlds. Now it's I'm just surviving this time until it's over, and then I'll start my life
right.
because
That's
I've tried starting my life twice now with people. Like you said, why do you need a woman? I've never felt like I needed one, but I've always had one. You see what I'm saying? And it was like, well, if you're here and we're taking care of each other, why don't we build something?
right,
That's never been able to happen with anybody. So that's why I'm like, what'd you learn in 2024? My biggest thing was to focus and put money into myself and my art and things like that are going to get me further. Because at the end of the day, building somebody else up doesn't do anything for me because they
right.
will not act on reciprocation in a partnership. That's just never been something I've experienced. So that's just
That's
a
most women are like. Mm, and so it's a very slippery slope. 'Cause, yeah, I can't say that wholeheartedly because there's bitches out here working two and three jobs to support bum ass niggas, but that's their decision. That's it's
right.
also I've been that nigga that's worked two and three jobs to support a bum ass bitch. That was my
But
decision,
so
and I
that's
had to.
that's that's what I'm saying. So it's like, all
But it's
right,
almost counted on for us. For them, it's out of the norm. They're
right.
supposed to be provided for and taken care of.
That
But
was the 1950s.
if you had a great upbringing and a mind, you can be able to take care of yourself. You will be able to bring to the pot, and we have a bigger pot together.
Right. No, that's no. Um, honestly, when those women go out of their way to take care of a bum ass dude, they know what they're doing.
Well, yeah,
They,
they. I
you
told
know,
it's the prize syndrome. Because bitches want to. I mean, for the most part, hey, right now I ain't gonna pay for no vagina, but I'll pay for a date and thought of vagina. Or I'll pay for dinner or lunch or whatever with vagina as the goal. But I want to be in a relationship that's because that's what I ultimately want. I ultimately want realistic love. Love ain't vagina. Vagina is a part of love, but if you're just looking to fuck, then it's
sometimes,
just vagina. Then it's
some,
just
I
that's
mean,
because
if
you're
you're
not
getting it
really
from
thinking
somebody that
about the.
loves you, yeah.
Well, yeah, but when you ain't really thinking of the female like that, it, there are females. That's what females don't get. Also, there are females who just want dick, and they'll do whatever to get it. It's usually easier for women, but some women it's not. They like an incel nigga. They ain't got no game. They ain't got no charisma. They don't know how to talk to people. They're socially awkward. So they realize they gotta pay, or they realize they gotta allow them to live at their home, or let them drive their car, or sleep with their friends. Because a lot of bitches that be acting like they don't know that the nigga sleeping with their friends, but that's a part of the currency. Because it's all about who is the more valued party. The more valued party will always get the most. The less valued party will always put in the most. That's
Okay.
man or woman.
So,
That's man or woman. I mean, that's still there's a difference between trying to build something and you're providing because you're trying to build something. But there's a party that's like, oh, this party is more desirable than me. I have to. It's like nigga. It's like paying to watch sports. It's like paying to watch Curry or LeBron. You're gonna pay $200 for a ticket to watch these niggas play. That's how men and women. Like I say, some men are smarter than women with it because women that if a woman wants you, she'll do whatever, and that's scary because they continue to pick bum ass niggas, and bum ass niggas have no limiter on their taking. But
so that's what I was going to say. So it's like you're going to resent what your choice is and choosing this bum ass person and taking care of them and working hard to take care of them. You're going to take it out on the next guy who's going to actually be a good guy who could be a working, viable partner for you. Now,
but
once
they
you,
don't really want that. That ain't what they really because it's
I'm,
about character and
I
this and
mean,
that.
not at that point, no, because they've already taken damage from this person who was they put them so low. It's like you're only in a position like that with a man when he doesn't value himself to want to be the person who's rising the situation. That's why it's always looked bad at when it's like, oh, she over there or this nigga got women who provide for him. It's always looked at like, oh, that low life ass nigga and get up off his ass and go do nothing himself. You know what I
Right.
mean? But when it's the opposite, when it's like a female and she's like, yeah, men take care of me, rich men and stuff, people look at her like, you go, girl. You do your fucking
Well,
thing. You juice those men for their fucking profits.
Slay
You
Queen,
know,
secure the bag.
right? Because their dicks are what's going to betray them. They're thinking with their dicks, so you might as well use them. You're only going to be young and beautiful once. Just right now, my baby mama just came in here, got dressed, put on her perfume and all this other stuff, got left. So I, what am I supposed to do about that? What am I supposed to do? Uh, What can I do? Nothing
Nothing.
really.
She a grown ass adult. You not her father.
Mm,
So,
bye. So you gonna pick today out of all days to wear a belt? You don't wear a belt no day out the year. You gonna wear a belt today? If you don't get your goofy ass out of here, that's what I'm saying. Just bro. It's just little shit like this all the fucking time. Like, uh, I don't know, man. I just be trying to keep my calm so I don't do no dumbass shit and end up in prison because it's just like it's not worth it. So I'm like, earlier, probably like an hour ago, I'm like, oh, you going out? Yeah. Where you going? To the movies. Okay, you got rid of our son, so you said we could be alone together, which is a lie. You were planning on going out. But you told him last week that you would take him to go see Moana 2 this week.
Right.
But you going to the movies supposedly by yourself, most likely to see Moana 2. But I know you. You only go out on dates because you want to feel like somebody's going to cater to you. Now, when she cheated on me, she went out on this date with this nigga who she said he considers himself a baddie, and he was more on the sense of this bitch should be pursuing me, and that was part of what she didn't like. But you also didn't tell him you live with your baby daddy who take care of you and y'all son together. You just said, "Oh, I just live with my son. I moved out here with my baby daddy, but I live with my son."
Right.
Where? Why would I ever believe anything you say or where you're going to be ever? And apparently, you had went on several dates with this guy. Oh, well, I thought you were at work. Or, oh, you just went out on the weekend one day and I just didn't ask where my woman was. So you're going to lie to me about my own behavior. You're going to try to gaslight me on that.
Right.
So the whole reason she came in here, because she got a jacket. She got a black puff jacket out there. She just laid it out with her whole outfit. She just came to get that jacket to see who I've been talking to. But I don't know who you talking to. I don't ever ask who you talking to. I don't go through your phone to find out who you talking to. I'm not following you or doing none of that shit. But I guarantee you, if I was seeing a bitch, if I was talking to a bitch, she'd be losing her mind right now. She'd be doing all that shit. And she act like she wouldn't, but you've never been put in that situation because I don't be trying to get more headaches on my line. So, hey, man, I'm still trying to suffer through this bullshit.
Definitely my ego, you crybaby ass nigga in the comments.
I
My
don't even
ego
know
out the
who,
moon, bitch.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. I've never even met these niggas in the comments besides one person I believe was Nick, and that's an old work buddy of mine who asked Nas or Jay Z, who is this Sebastian Mizuchi Racing? Said, can you shout me out? Shout out Sebastian. I don't, sorry if I'm
Sebastian
forgetting.
Mazucci Racing.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting who you are. I'm not.
Now I'm talking about the Penguin Cruise guy.
Yeah, I know. I see that comment at the bottom. That's why I start looking at the other ones. But yeah, I don't know. Just a troll.
But
But
definitely my
I,
ego. All right,
but honestly,
details.
honestly, if you don't got no trolls, you're not doing nothing. So, congratulations, got our first troll. That's what's up. Yeah, he calling people monkeys and shit. You know what's up, man. Come on, man. They get to fucking with you as soon as they see you on. Oh, these niggas moving. Go and throw a monkey wrench in their plans, man. You know what I mean? That's that Jack Johnson shit. That nigga made a new wrench. They was like, yeah, we gonna call it a monkey wrench just to make fun of this nigga. Oh, it works fabulously. That shit helped me fix my F-150. But god damn it, that nigger made it. Oh, I can't stand that nigger. He's so inventive.
Hmm.
Oh! But yeah, so when I told her I didn't believe that she was going to the movies by herself, I said, come on now. She looked at me and was like, whatever do you mean? Okay, I don't want to do this shit again, man, because you lied to me the first time and you was going out with this dude. You swear y'all never fucked. and all this other shit. Oh, I'd never let anybody penetrate me but you. Right. Okay. Um, it's safe to say after I move away from this relationship, I'm going to be single for a very long time. And I'm going to just come out and say a lot of it has to do with my trust issues. And it's not just from this relationship. I have many, many trust issues against human beings, both male and female. I do not let people get close to me. And I know it's because of the traumas I've been through in my life. Um, but I guess I need time to heal alone. So in a sense, I guess I'm glad she left or whoever she's going, if she's going by herself or not. I really don't care because before, like me, even a couple weeks ago, oh my God, I was so Jodeci about this shit. Baby, where you going, baby? Baby, don't do this. Oh, my love that I put in this relationship. My life is being ripped apart in front of my face. Ah, my woman, my household. I was taking it there, nigga. I felt that shit. I don't feel none of that shit now. I don't. I guess it needed to happen for me to get it over with because I don't feel shit now. She left the other day, like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and our son was like, "Mom, can I go with you?" Or "Mom, I just want you." Do. Oh, I'm just going outside. Went outside and straight dipped. So, and our son was fucked up. He was he was like, I can't believe she's fucking lied to me like that. And I was like, I wasn't about to just tell him like, bitches ain't shit. They don't care about nobody but theyself. Like, your mama begged for you. I gave you to your mama. She used you as a fucking ploy against me to break up our family the fucking moment you were fucking born. And then ever since then, it's just used you as the reason why I should just be a provider. But at the same time, she doesn't provide anything in return that anybody else couldn't do. You think because you know how to cook a couple meals and you clean up sometimes that makes you a good fucking person? Bitch, that's manual. That's default. Where the fuck I come? Crackheads do that. Literally, my mom used to pay a crackhead lady to clean our house, and this bitch knew how to fry up a motherfucking pork chop like nobody business. Okay, so and that bitch would clean a motherfucking house for $10. So what? Uh, I don't know what's wrong with her. I guess because she's never seen me do anything without her because we've been together. She don't believe like I've had other apartments. I've had other shit like this. I've had other bitches. Like a couple weeks ago, she gonna tell me, I don't think you could pull a bad bitch. But I pulled you. What? And then she gave an example. I don't know if you know this girl, but she went to Kennedy. Her name was Satoria.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah, Satoria Rhodes. Me and her had Spanish class with each other for 2 years, Mr. Flores class. Me and Satoria weren't very close, but we chopped it up every now and then. Hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. I'm not about to go out my way and be like, oh, I could have fooled her. Da, 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 da. And she had the biggest crush in the world on me. And da, da, da. No, but I'm pretty sure if I had pressed the issue, first of all, I'm an upperclassman. Second of all, I'm that nigga. I've always been mad cool and I've always been attractive. I could have pulled an underclassman if I wanted to. I didn't date girls who were younger than me at that time. Well, you ain't even seen the bitches I've been with. She seen one white bitch that I've had sex with and was like, oh, you was fucking ugly bitches out here. First of all, we had sex. We were never a couple. Second of all, that bitch wasn't even ugly. Just a white bitch from out here in Placerville. Second of all, I mean, third of all, you sound jealous as fuck. But okay. Nobody brings up when you be talking about how you was fucking with Lamonte and shit like that and how that ended and why. So let's not bring up your past and the predators you didn't been with and all this other stuff. It's just like, come on, bro. You want to slander me and make it seem like I can't get no fucking bitches? Are you fucking kidding me? I work home, work home, work home. Where in that am I pursuing pussy? That's just where I'm at. And it, even more so, you know how weird it feels to somebody who has always had a bitch at home with them. Rather, I'm at my mama's house, my first apartment, my granny's house, my second apartment, my third apartment, fourth apartment, fifth apartment, my family's house again. I've always had a bitch. Long term relationship, short term relationship, just a little fling, couple of hoes here and there. I've always had bitches. Do you know how fucking weird it feels in this new world to think I'm supposed to go out here and pursue you bitches and spend money? Hey, hey, that's just hella funny. For years, she say, I never made you chase me. I felt like I pursued you. No, we talked on Facebook for a couple weeks. Then when I met you, you gave up that pussy first night. We hung out for every day ever since then, and then we had a fucking baby together. Pursue what? Chase what? Either it was mutual when we was linking up and getting the hotel rooms and fucking and eating and smoking weed and doing stuff. That was our mix. Either that was good enough for you or it wasn't. Now that you're a little older, it's not good enough for you anymore. Your lifestyle, nigga, if I show you outside right now, we live in an enchanted forest on private fucking land in the back of the back of the back. Nigga, this shit ain't enough for her no more. You see what I'm saying? It's not enough. It's boring. I got the house, I got the kid, I got the man, even though he won't give me the ring because I'm mad disrespectful, even though I keep pressuring him to give me the fucking ring, but I don't do nothing to that's wifely. Okay. It's not she was trying to convince me to be okay with her dating dude and me just being at home. Okay, so now that I don't feel anything, like I said, what do you think she's not with somebody right now? She just went and got all dolled up to take herself out on the date. She ain't got no friends. No friends. And the one person you would hang out with was your sister, and she got the one thing she wanted, which was our son. That's the only reason why she's friends with
Right.
you. They did not talk before she was pregnant. Before she was pregnant, I was on the phone. Jessica had to whoop that bitch ass over some motherfucking perfume, and they mom wasn't trying to break it up. And she was talking about, you should rip hair out my head and stuff. Why is everybody whooping your ass? Why everybody feel like they got to go there with you?
Right.
And then she didn't talk to this bitch her whole pregnancy. Even when we moved in and we was pregnant, up until the day Marlon was born, did not even know this bitch had a voice. And we lived in the room right next to her for a while. You dig? The day Marlon was born, she came in that motherfucking room like, oh, my sister. Oh, baby. Oh. And it's been
Maybe.
like that ever since, bro. It's been like that ever since. You think I'm fucking joking. She do not fuck with her sister like that, but she be there for her so she can be in our son's life because she ain't got no kids.
Mm,
And when you 35 with no kids, TT baby,
right.
it ain't like men. I have a baby at 50, bitch, and be happy.
Oh God.
All, all I gotta do is spend the next 20 years with this nigga. He gonna be good. Nah, man. It ain't the same on the other side of the lane. So, hey, she could go out there and dupe another man into thinking that he's going to get something from her next. Um,
She don't
She's been
understand though. That's niggas only gonna want pussy, and then if even if they don't, after they find out you got a kid,
no, 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 no. She told the last dude, I live alone with my kid. Her story is I'm a single mom. The way she portrays herself on social media, I'm a single mom. When I took her
oh,
on vacations, when I took her to the Julieta Vegader concert, when I took her anywhere, you only see pictures of her. There's one picture where you can see the corner of my hand and the corner of my pants. All pictures of her. It's just her and Marlon. That's it. So when the dude who she was cheating on me with months later was like, when he seen the concert pictures and was commenting like, bitch, you live with your baby daddy? You could have got me into some motherfucking shit. I said that. I was like, what if I blow this nigga fucking head off if I see this nigga out in public with my bitch and he don't know no better?
right,
Bitch, I'm gonna smoke your stupid ass too for playing with my motherfucking feelings. But I've digressed off of that because now I don't feel anything. You're gonna go off and you're gonna be somebody else's problem. And then you better hope they had the God's grace that I had not to shoot your stupid ass. Because the amount of shit I've been through with her, her mom, her sister, the dudes her sister brings around. I got smoked with a nigga in Richmond right now who threatened to shoot me because of what her sister was telling him about my relationship with Susie.
right.
How the fuck that makes sense?
It don't.
And this nigga's in his 40s, got kids, a bunch of them, like 4 kids. This nigga's mentally stupid. This nigga's half there most of the time. This nigga had epilepsy and fucking what's that shit? Lobotomies. Nigga, they didn't take out 2 different parts of your motherfucking brain, and you think you can fight with somebody, let alone bust guns? Listen, y'all can have it. Hey, there's other Latinas with fat asses. Okay, I swear to God, I've seen them. Y'all can have it. So whenever I leave and she doesn't believe this, I don't know why bitches don't believe shit unless they see it in front of them. Like the whole me being able to bag a bad bitch shit. She gonna see me with one or a few. It might happen. I'm gonna try to hide it as best I can. Okay. But when it does happen, it's gonna cause so much turmoil inside of her. Because what I was doing for you, no one's going to do for you, first of all. Then what I could do for you, I'm doing for other people, and you're not getting the benefits of it like you've been doing the past decade. Then I'm not doing anything for you. I'm only doing things for me and my son because I'm a single father. So when I move out and I move away from you, like I moved away from my family and other people who I can't stand, and you never hear from me because my son has a cell phone. When you try to contact me and I ghost you, or I just look at the phone like, do I really want to do this or do I want to protect my peace? Okay, okay. Just let that shit sink in. Cause you gonna be Taraji P. Henson on that one movie where she gave up on her man, and then that nigga hit the motherfucking jackpot, and that bitch was like, "That's my motherfucking money. That's my motherfucking house. How dare he get that to that bitch? 10 years, bitch. You know I got lawsuits pending. You know I just had an evaluation I'm about to go with some more shit for. You know I got other shit to sue companies about what the wrongdoings they've done for me, and I stand up for mine. And I pursue my shit, and I'm well within my right and my timing. Why are you so stupid? Well, you know what? That's no longer my problem. This shit is for now, but that was when it bothered me. Um, I don't know, man. I don't feel bad about none of this shit. Not anymore. I used to feel bad. Oh, my family's being broken up apart. I don't want to be another person in this world with a broken family. My son has to go to places and all that other stuff, and he has to be around his mom's boyfriends and things. Hey, if that's some shit you gonna put that nigga through. That's some shit he's gonna resent you for when he's older. I'm not gonna have no bitches around my son. Straight up. I don't feel it's necessary for raising my child. In fact, look, man, I told my mom this years ago, probably like 12 years ago now. I said, I want a bunch of different kids, no baby mamas. She's like, how the fuck do you think you? I said, I just don't want to have nothing to do with them bitches. I can't hear you. I can't hear shit you saying, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, you was muted.
Oh shit. I told my granny that when I was like 10. I said I always see myself with like 3 to 5 kids, but I never see a wife. And remember when I told Mr. Richardson that I could what's that?
Photographic memory.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can remember and see a whole lot of shit. But I've never seen a wife. I've had a million visions and dreams of having children and going places and teaching them shit, but I don't ever see a wife.
I see myself being with different types of women, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh, hold on. I gotta say, pause in this no Diddy society. I ain't see myself with no fucking husband either. No weird shit. So
yeah,
no,
right?
no, no Diddy.
Real shit. Hey, no, for real. Um, I wanted. So this is the cold part. I wanted to marry Susie. It's just shit never got better. And even when I got the money, it was just like you such an ungrateful ass bitch. So marriage, if I was gonna do it, it probably would have been with her, my first baby mama. Like I want to take this all the way type shit because I only plan on getting married once. Especially if I'm doing it in the state of California. Are you fucking crazy? We already have a domestic partnership. We've been together longer than 5 years. You know what I mean? So she technically be entitled to have anything in this motherfucker at its current state. But if we get married, that insures her to everything that I own indefinitely. You see what I'm saying? Anything, like I said, I'm about to start a new chapter in my life that this bitch is not going to benefit from because she want to do stupid shit like she do now. She could be in here trying to mend her relationship with me and be a good woman. It's not a thought that comes into her mind at all. Her thought is, I need to go find somebody else to do this with so I can feel a certain way. I need to dupe somebody into believing my version of my story or my version of who I'm presenting to you to be the truth to you and you just accept and adore that from me. Well, I don't want anybody who does that, even around me. And when I'm done building this level of success that I'm getting to, I don't want you to benefit from it or even be around it. It might be on some shit where you only know where I live because our son comes here when I move. You know what I mean? Because I'm not downgrading. I'm not downgrading. I'm going to move to somewhere better if she wants to stay here. If not, she can move and I can stay here. But so far, she makes it seem like, oh, my mom helped get us the loan that helped got us the place. She got that place for me. I had to break it to her like, you think your mom would have did that shit for you if you was just out here on your own? Yes. I said, you're dumb. Your mom didn't even fucking like you. You was homeless when we got pregnant. She didn't even want you back at her house until you said, Mom, I'm pregnant. Then she was like, come on down. Her mom even made up some bullshit, was like, oh, the lady I pray to doesn't want you here. So now your fictional deity doesn't want your daughter there until you say she's pregnant. Now it's all fuck with the deity talking about. I'm about to be a grandmama. Deadass told us that we thought y'all was gonna fuck up and we was gonna end up taking care of the baby. In fact, kind of hoped for it. Tried to run me off all this shit. So when I get to where I'm going to, damn all of y'all, bro. And this shit, I know there's one another thing 2024 has taught me is The karma isn't a far leap away. These days, it's like someone do something, they know it's wrong, little bit of time goes by, maybe like a couple hours or a day, instant karma comes right back and they regret it. And then they go out and do it again. And you're just like, wow, you didn't just fucking learn? Oh,
Nah.
oh wow. Wow. You're stupid. Genuinely. Genuinely, I thought motherfuckers was being mean to her when they was like, no, it's fucking retarded ass bitch. I remember her sister's boyfriend said that shit. And I was about to whoop that nigga ass. We was at her mom's house. We had just moved in, and her and her sister was arguing about something. And then dude was like, "Man, fucking retarded ass bitch, you always fucking doing something." And I was like, "Hold on, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to?" And then I thought about it. I was like, "We do be getting into it." I was broke up with this bitch before she told me she was pregnant. Being pregnant saved this bitch life. And if you weren't with me having stability where I was taking care of you at our last place, then I was taking care of you and you started working here, you're making $17 an hour. Why would your mom get you anything? She got it for you based off of the life you've been sustaining with me, but it has nothing to do with me. Okay, discredit anything that I of value that I brought to the table. All the years of sacrificing and paying rent, paying for groceries, paying for that, while paying a car note that's almost $600 every month. Yeah. So I'm out here power lifting this shit, and you're just like, it's nothing. You didn't do anything the whole time. We just got by on God's good graces, and I don't know how we made it. My mom helped. If not, I did it. Were you working? No. When you started working, were you making money? No, I started working as a fucking site supervisor for 2 hours a day. Then they start making me teach classes like I went to college and had credentials or something. I said, those bitches are taking advantage of you. Don't let them do that to you. They're not paying you what teachers get paid. Oh, well, I just was helping and da, da, da. I'm like, bro, this is so stupid. So when they send your ass a check, you expecting at least to get $100. They sent this bitch a check for $0.00. Nigga, the paper was worth more than the check was. Y'all spent more on postage than the fucking check y'all sent this bitch. She's in shambles at this point. So she gets a job at Lemonade, the dispensary and stuff, but it's only $17 an hour. But when you just made nothing, working 2, 3 months at a school, anything sounds good.
Right.
Lemonade is just a place where your bitch is about to be bombarded by anybody who's going to come in. Niggas is going to try to holler at your bitch, coworkers, all types of other shit. That's what weed dispensaries are. That's what women
Right.
in the workforce are today. Let's see how many times we can sexually harass your bitch or get your bitch out of pocket. Oh, matter of fact, she not your bitch because she don't even claim you.
Everybody bitch somebody work wife.
Her coworkers know that you are a dude, but they also know she be talking to other dudes. Yeah, they also know that. Okay. Now, here's the fucking nigga. Here's the most fucked up part of this whole shit. I've been to her job a couple times. I've seen some of the bitches that work there. Some of them don't work there now. Some of them still work there. You talk about I can't get a bad bitch of whatever type of caliber. I could go up in there right now and bump any of them bitches and just be like, "Hey, would you? I've heard of you a couple times. You know what I mean? Like I know of you through my baby mama. I'm just keeping honest with you. But we not even like that with each other no more. We not even fucking around like that. You know, all the girl terms they be using. Man, it's been months. We don't even touch each other and shit. She out on a date with somebody right now, actually. I was just, in the neighborhood, figure I'll stop by and get some weed and I seen you. And I just was like, man, let me holler at her, bro. You know what I'm talking about? There ain't nothing wrong with, having some friends. And that's how it starts. Then next thing you know, they give you the little Instagram or their little number. Then y'all talking. Then y'all trying to link up at some. What you think gonna happen when we link up? More talking?
Nah.
Fuck out of here. So what am? So you? So that's what I'm saying. You went out to the movies by yourself. You don't think I could go do the same shit? I'm just not a low life like that. I'm not a loser like that. If my life is in shambles and everything is fucked up and I'm the one who fucked it up, I'm not about to go and fuck up somebody else's life too. Just like with dude, she could have got him shot in the fucking face. As emotional as I was at that time, I was losing my fucking mind, bro. Homicidal thoughts were swimming in my fucking soul that have been there since a child. I have so much pent up aggression. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been microdosing shrooms every day, and it's been honestly helping with the clarity and just I just don't be caring no more about a lot of dumbass shit that I used to care about. That would drive me to be like, bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm not going. Go ahead. You got it. Your life choices to take care of you. My life choices to take care of me. So if she's out with somebody right now, cool. Had that. But and this always happens. And that's why I used to always be like, this bitch always cheating. Women are always cheating. I'm just going to let it be known to you right now. If a bitch has a cell phone, she's a cheater. So, um, you ever been around a bitch and she cool at first, then she start getting real silent and in that phone, and then this bitch just be mad, and you'd be like, what the fuck? But it'd be a familiar mad, like a relationship mad.
Right.
Oh, you mad at your side nigga? Oh, so your plans didn't fall through because you fucking with somebody who got other bitches, and you realize you just another bitch, and you not even the top notch of his bitches. Mm. Or I'm standing in the way of you being with your side dude as much as you want to, and you're frustrated because you're at home, bored now, because you don't appreciate what you have at home. Mm, okay. Well, how's that work out when I move my way, I move out your way, and then it's just you and the side nigga? Because he's not going to be able to do what I do, and he's not going to be able to really. He's not going to want you after he finds out who you are, like I know who you are. And when I told her that about the last dude, her feelings were hurt. She was like, "Oh my fucking god," because she never thought about that, and she was like, "He's gonna fucking hate me." And da, da, da. Well, when he finds out you're a double dick clutching lying ass bitch who would ditch your son with your baby daddy just so you could go be with the next nigga, yeah. So look, man, I could go on forever and ever, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot in me not to care right now. It's a lot in me not to care right now because I probably would have tried to stop her from leaving because I told her like I don't want to ever be your fool again. So I don't want you fucking around with people while you still live with me because that's
Right.
just disrespectful. You don't want me talking about this shit online. That's too bad because you do too much like this. But if I don't talk about it, you'll never change because you'll never see it as wrong because you'll never hold. You're not gonna hold yourself accountable. You're not gonna ever accept accountability. I have to hold you accountable. My sister gonna tell me I don't think this should be on IG or stuff like that. That's too bad because it's been 10 years and I ain't said shit, and ain't nobody gave a fuck about how I felt about what I was going through. So I'm expressing how I feel, and I don't care who feels a certain way about that. Where the fuck was y'all? That's
Right.
that's where I'm. That's where I'm, that's where I'm at with this shit, bro. Um, I'm an all or nothing type of person. I've given my all. Shit, I even did some simp shit and played the fool, begging for this bitch to stay with me after she cheated on me and blew $25,000 on this bitch and our lifestyle and the shit like that. And it just gets thrown in my face. Oh, you should have pursued your music. Oh, you should have. Oh, right. Now that you've gotten what you wanted and my money's back to being regular, but you know I got more money coming. There's three times as much as that. But so you think you still gonna get some when you think you just can flip flop whenever you think you got it like that.
Right.
I'm here to show you you don't. I'm here to do that. You take my son away from me anytime you get emotional, because he's off with Jessica right now. Even though he just had a fever of like 10 something all fucking week and he didn't go to fucking school and this nigga was throwing up and stuff, send him right to the place where he gets sick at every single time he goes. So where I can't care about that because he likes being over there with his aunt and everything because they let him do whatever the fuck he wants to do. It's like hanging out with your homies instead of hanging out with your aunt and uncles and shit like that. Don't start a family with somebody who does not genuinely pursue you and give you 110% for no fucking reason. If there's a reason behind why they're doing it, if you could ask them, man, why are you doing this stuff for me? And they'd be like, oh, it's because you do this for me. You can appreciate that and evaluate that, but ultimately, I wouldn't say to stay with somebody who's like that. It's because that means if you stop doing that thing for them, they're not going to do the things that they're doing. So if you're with someone and they like, man, why are you doing all this stuff for me? And they're like,
Conditioning.
right, it's conditional, it's transactional. And
Yeah.
if they're like, I don't know, I just
This
like you,
girl
I just
got
love
mad
you.
when I told her that, not about her, but I said that about relation. I said relation, even with their parents, are transactional, conditional. I say, and then as the older you get as men, it becomes even more so conditional and transactional. Well, you old enough to take out the trash. You old enough to do this. You old enough to get your own car. You old enough to do. But with the females, there's more leeway and input.
Hmm.
As a nigga, you should get it. And as a nigga, hey, you gotta get it. Because anybody gonna get it for you as a nigga.
Mm-mm.
Like I say, other than dumb bitches. And dumb bitches hate hearing that, but that's the reality of it. A dumb bitch will
Okay.
get a nigga whatever. But niggas gotta get it for themselves.
See, and that's the cold part. I don't. We know very few couples where it's like these niggas been together since high school and they still together. They married, they got kids, all that for the same reason of what you just said. So it's not necessarily there's dumb bitches out here. I'm not gonna say there ain't some dumb bitches because they go from nigga to nigga doing the same thing, expecting the same type of niggas, expecting them
Right.
to be different. That's what we call a dumb bitch. Now, there's bitches out here who just wholesome bitches who just honestly love men and will do right by a man. But they so far and in between. Yeah. Even when you get one, you with her for years and you make her comfortable. You provide everything. What's to stop her from flipping that city girl switch?
Nothing.
We see it all the time. Why grandma and grandpa split up? Grandma had an affair with the man at her job, with Mr. Charles. That's why we all know Mr. Charles. Yeah, that's grandma boyfriend. She started bringing it around after me and your daddy broke. I mean, after they got a divorce and I started going to, yeah, I was about 17 when it happened. It don't matter how old they are. They could be
Right.
saved, all that shit. What's to stop them from, I want more. And them bitches have sacrificed their whole family to get that more. And still leave the next nigga who they just left the family for.
Right, but that's because it's about the feeling for them. It's not about the rationale. Men are too, not all men. Hey, I'll be the first to say I'm a Scorpio, so I'm an emotional nigga, but I'm extremely the Scorpio is the depth. We're extremely logical. I'm extremely unfortunately, I'm like a bitch called me a logic machine. Why don't you just let some feelings out? I say, cause bitch, I'm too logical on one hand and too emotional on the other hand. You
You
don't
don't
want
want these
that.
feelings. Yeah,
You
you don't
don't.
want these feelings.
I say
Why do you
you
want to trigger my feelings?
right. I say you want me thinking logically. I say unfortunately it's gonna hurt you because you're gonna do some shit that I'm gonna know is illogical and question it and call it out. But if you got me emotional, then you don't know what you're going. I don't know what I'm gonna get. You know,
You
we
you
don't.
want to
We
know
don't want that.
something?
We don't
You want
want
to know
that.
something I've realized? I realized women expect men to give them the comfort zone that other women give them, which is unaccountability. So when they say emotions, they mean really look past my bullshit, not be emotional. Because men's emotions, even when we're like, baby, I really love you, and being sincere, they be looking at you like, oh, bitch ass nigga. Oh, that's how you feel. They gonna use it to mock you later. Oh, remember that time you told me da 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 da, and you was all crying and yeah, bitch, it was sincere from the fucking heart. Damn, y'all bitches don't even appreciate that shit these days. Okay, all right. So, but if I'm the nigga who's mad, busting you upside the fucking face with a cup of fucking hot coffee, this is something you remember and hold on to dearly. This is a dear memory of yours. The trauma, the love and hip hop shit, that's something worth making the news. How about we tell everybody about that? How about we hold every day to that toll? And you know what? You did this every day to me. Now, I relive it every day. That's the most bullshit I've ever heard in my life. But you're supposed to provide this type of zone to me when I'm talking to you about the irrational things that I'm doing or trying to convince you of certain lies. Like, hey, I'm taking myself out on the date. You're supposed to give me the same type of grace that bitches give grace to other bitches when they're lying.
Right.
Just tell me it's okay and I'm pretty and have a good time. So that's why I said, Bob, you can have that grace for me now because it comes with a lot of nothing else, all or nothing, and I've given my all. Yeah, I wish I had some weed right now. I really do, bro. I'm so fucked up right now. This shit's crazy. I got damn near everything else in this motherfucking house, but all I want is some weed. And I got this little vape pen, but
But it be
bro,
sometimes hit or miss.
bro, it just don't be the same. I like weed, bro. I like breaking that shit down, getting it all over my fingers, rolling the blunt. I roll several blunts. I roll at least 8 blunts in one setting, and I'll be like, cool, we cool for like the next day and a half. We good. You know what I mean? Got me a little party pack
Right.
out, freshly out too. And I would go get some weed, but I have obligations I have to stick to. I can't be out spending my rent money and doing shit like that. I put it in the other video. It's also on my IG story. But so yesterday, you heard in the story where she was like, "I'm not paying rent, right? I don't live there no more. I'm not paying rent. Blah blah blah. Since you put that shit out there, you should have thought about that. Blah blah blah. Being all butt hurt. I took what she said serious. I'm not playing this game with you, bitch. So I contacted the owner because I told him Will had a rent to him because he don't really care. We've been here shit going on damn near 2 years. You know what I mean? Like he don't care. We pay him every month. We've never been late. You know what I mean? So he's like, shit, I don't give a fuck. As long as you get the shit to me by whenever, whatever date. What's good? What's a good date for you? So I told him the 14th initially, which is today. So then she do all the little I'm not gonna pay rent shit. But then this morning I wake up and she gonna text me, oh, make sure you have your part of the rent next week. I just didn't reply back. Then she says, like an hour later, oh, I contacted the owners and told them that I'd have my part next week. bitch, I already fucking set up some shit with this nigga to have the shit into him before the end of the month, which gave us until the 31st instead of next week. And you're out spending your part of the fucking rent right now. I said, I didn't need you to go behind me and do shit. You fucking up my plans. When you just said you weren't going to pay rent, I saw to have the rent paid for by myself since you want to be a stubborn ass bitch. So it's like, bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this situation but be patient until I'm out of it? I mean, anything. If you could tell me anything, I'd highly consider it.
That's what I say. I'm a crash and burn. There's no need to crash and burn here. You just gotta, unfortunately, bear with it.
Unfortunately, you know, thank God, like I have vision and that I know what I'm doing with my life and where I want to go with it. I don't regret putting my passions aside and my art aside to focus on my family because I do love that woman and I do love my son. She just don't love me, so I just can't do this anymore. Um, that's why I said it was like all or nothing because I'd probably be tracking this bitch down in different movie theaters that she said she was at or something like that. But she's probably not at a movie theater. So it's like, why go off on a wild goose chase and waste my gas and get all riled up and do all this other stuff and bust guns and stuff over somebody who's just going to disrespect me at the end of the night? And listen, you know, let's talk about sex. Yeah, 90s style, real Ricky Lake in this motherfucker. Jenny Jones style, Oprah and shit. Let's talk about sex. Hmm. Everybody know men love fucking. Love us some coochie. Can't get enough of the coochie. It's good. It hits the spot almost every time. Um, this girl was brought up to hate men by design, by her mother, because her mother has been done wrong by the men in her family. Oh, and her brothers too. Let's not leave them out. There are poor examples of males, let alone men, and they never stood up to anything, even their own lives' challenges. And they, two of them live together in a studio apartment on government assistance now. And another one, he just moved in and he's trying to find his way through life, but he's kind of like a fucking zoo animal because he's only lived in the hills of Oakland his whole life. So he has a different perception of life than they do. Half of it's right, half of it's wrong. Half of it's right in the sense of how you should be doing things from an older German person's perspective. And then another part is young niggas who like to do drugs in this era. So it's kind of like, yeah, you got to kind of figure that out, my guy. You got to back from some of that shit to launch yourself forward. But Larry's a smart guy. So I have faith in him. I don't like the amount of drugs he does, but smart guy. I don't fault him. Do your thing. Um, but yeah, she's brought up to hate men. I don't hate women. I don't hate men. I hate the nature of people who think that they're going to get over on someone or mistreat someone all the time. That's part of lower human nature. If you're not able to resist your lower human nature, I don't want to be around you anymore. And I felt like this for years, but it's just been so hard to rid myself from these people because I care about them. Now that I'm pretty sure it's the shrooms, the microdosing of the shrooms. But I've just came through so many realms of thought to just be like, it increased my vision of foresight to just be like, I know where this is going. Ride it out. It's gonna be hard, but there's a plan for you to get you to where you need to go. So the numbness is appreciated because when I felt, brother, when I felt, like my heart, like literally my heart in my chest, I could feel something was wrong with it. Like not in the like when you get a little chest pain, you be like, damn, oh shit. Nah, nigga, nah, this wasn't even remotely close. This was like literally like someone stabbing me in the chest with something hot one good time and just dragging it, just going, oh, motherfucker. And every time I thought about the hurt that I was experiencing, it just went further down and further down. And I'd be at work just hysterically crying, just pulling myself to the side. And I ain't cried like that since my brother died. So it's just like to purge all of that sadness out of me and finally get to where I am now, where I feel like I'm healing mentally, even while people are still trying to do things to me. It kind of feels like throwing BBs at a tank. Like I I could trip off that, but it was a BB, so yeah, like I know we're talking about sex still. Don't think I'm not. Don't think I got away from. I'm not in any disillusion to knowing whenever she gets back, because she posted on her little Instagram story, oh, how it feels to shake that depression off when you getting dressed up to go out with the girlies. You don't have any friends. So whoever you're out there with, just like the last dude who you claim you didn't have sex with, and you use them for their time out and entertaining you, and I don't know this bitch, so I'm trying to impress this bitch. That type shit,
Uh,
that infatuation shit, when you use them for that, because bitch, that shit don't work on me. I see through your ass. Um, and they want some pussy, and you're like, ew, no, I don't even fucking like men. And you come home, and it could be weeks, it could be months, and you want me to fuck you the way you like to be fucked. Let I listen. 2, 3 days ago, this bitch was coming all over me. Okay, coming on my dick, coming all over everything. Bitch was nutting, just nuts. Okay, and still has the audacity to get up out the bed the next day and disrespect your ass. Still has the audacity to later in the week go on a date with somebody and lie to your face about it and say, why would I have to lie about that? Because you lied about it before and you lie about it every time. You lied about it when we broke up and you moved another nigga into your mama's house and my son lived there. You lied about it. I had that feeling in my chest, that burning feeling in my chest. And I just came over one day and I said, bitch, what have you done? Why do you want me here visiting y'all? What did you do? Oh, I've been seeing someone. I was like, that's why I'm seeing shit. Like, whose shit is this in the shower? Bitch, I just left. Bitch, I was just here. And your mom and your sisters and all them are condoning the shit. And this is the bitches I'm supposed to have raised my son? Excuse me. Excuse me if I don't. And if I wild out a little bit while you bitches try to force me away. Excuse me. So when it comes to sexual activity in my household, we have sex, sure. Not as often as I'd like it. No. But it's because she uses sex as a weapon against me. She wants to hold it out. And she's been doing this for years. But really, it started right after she had the baby. Because before she had the baby and while she was pregnant, we used to fuck all the time. That was part of why I was here, bitch. The pussy. I'm not meeting up with you in hotel rooms and doing all this other shit and bringing you to my house and all this other stuff just because I like hanging with you. Bitch, I like fucking. Me and you fuck well together. I can fuck other women well, but goddamn it, that comes with getting to know them and they. I've already started this process with you. Then we had a fucking baby. Now you want to act like, oh, oh, you still around, nigga? I'm supposed to do what? I got what I wanted out of this. Yeah. Fuck out of here. And that's how she treats sex until she wants something. Then it's, do you think you could fuck me? What about my nightly ritual of getting booty put on me? What about how I like to just turn over and have somebody nice next to me to rub on? I rub on your booty all the time because you love it. Um, I like it. But then when it's not appreciated, it's like, why do I even fucking touch you? Anytime you get mad, you resent me and throw in my face, this is why we don't have sex. But there's so many reasons to why you say we don't have sex. But it always goes back to the fact that your mom was raped by her dad when she was living there as a little girl in Mexico. And then when she left at the age of 14, and all her other siblings were getting raped by their dad, whatever, leave them niggas there. She left with her older Mexican husband that she just met on the streets of Mexico, who was a gangster, who's all of they daddy, moved to LA with him. And oh, this is the story their mom tells, by the way. Nobody else has heard the dad's side of the story because he's fucking dead, or even their side of the family story. So moved to LA, and then this nigga just start going crazy and doing drugs and beating this bitch and raping her and making her have child after child after child. That's why they had 5 kids. Then go tell Susie, you're a rape baby. And raise her with the contempt of, you're different from everybody else. I told her it's because you're the most beautiful out of all of them, which is true. They convinced her to be the ugly one. So this bitch got insecurities. You let your insecurities stop you from being a bad bitch when you was a bad bitch way before you realized you was a bad bitch. It took you to get a little ass on you now that you got a little older to realize that you a bad bitch. What? What? Pitiful. So then when you get a little ass on you, that's when you start cheating? That's like if you got a BBL, bitch, and you just pitiful. And you use sex as a weapon because it's your thing to get shit out of men. It's a means to an end for you. Oh, anytime we have sex, it's forced. No, it's not. You just make it seem like that anytime I ask for sex. Oh, hurry up and get it over with. Or when I do just really break your ass off, it's not a, you know what, that dick was really good. Never once. I'm always talking about how good the pussy is, the ass. Oh my God, all this other shit. Bitch gonna say to me the other day, oh, you just had me in your mouth. You ain't been in my mouth in several months for a reason. Yeah, because you ungrateful as fuck, bitch. Somebody give me head, I'm gonna get him head back because I'm grown and I'm not fucking childish. It's to the point where when you start sucking my dick be like, hold on, bitch. I didn't fucking know you like that. I know some pussy around this motherfucker. You gonna have to get intimate with me before we even. My dick don't know what to do sometimes with this bitch. It just be like, and then you're not sucking it right. You doing this half-ass dick sucking job, and I'm supposed to just be like, oh yeah, this is the best shit ever. Oh, I'm supposed to be going out my way to try to get this shit or please you to get this shit. Bare minimum. You don't give me shit, but I'm supposed. And I eat your pussy because I like eating your pussy. I like making you come. I like fucking the shit out you when I eat your pussy. Some women appreciate that. Bitch would tell me for years, I don't like having my pussy ate. Sure fooled the fuck out of me every time it happened. It's funny, as soon as I get to kissing around that belly button area and go a little bit lower, you just like, yeah, there's the clitoris, doesn't it?
I'm gonna try to save myself, but is that the new line? Because I didn't heard that the last 3 females I've dealt with. They don't. No one did it right. I didn't like it. Uh, I on a drunk night I let a female friend do it, and I don't think men can do it as good as women. And
Cat, I've been making bitches come for years. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. And the more the bitch is into it, this is the weirdest shit about head. And bitches who say that, oh, I don't like head and all this other stuff, you're not in touch with your pussy. You don't know how to clean yourself, and you're not really intimate with yourself like that to the point where you know your pussy. You a little girl because you don't know your pussy. And I'm gonna just put it out just like that. Because women who know they pussy, women who play with they pussy, and I don't mean with toys, I mean with just their hand and shit like that. They women who know themselves, they like being pleasured in all different types of ways. Shit, you could just come and lick on a bitch earlobe and she be, oh Lord, coochie get wet. And she be ready for it all. So no, I don't want to hear that shit. If a bitch don't like her pussy ate, something wrong with that bitch. Now, I'm going to tell you this. These women don't know that they coochie dead. Your coochie only half alive. First of all, and I'm not an OBGYN or any of that other shit, but I've been around a few. I've had girlfriends my whole life. I've lived with women my whole life. And I don't mean just a little bit of them, a lot. And I know all their business. Not even just a little bit of their business, all of it. So overhearing older black women talk as a young boy, those things kind of stick in your mind forever. So one day I'm hearing my mother on the phone talk with, no, she wasn't even on the phone. They was in the living room. One of her little city girl partners, Luana. And they in there talking about, yeah, bitch, because my shit stay tight. And if a bitch like that, I be wet and da da da. I gotta keep panty liners and stuff like that because it's just naturally juicy. It's just naturally that. It's just da, 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 da. Older bitches, they just like how bitches is today, bragging on it, bragging on shit. Yeah, this will snatch a man off a hoe real quick. She gonna have something really bad over there to keep him from coming around this. Da 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 da. Okay, hearing this in my household all the fucking time, one thing I knew was that coochie stay juicy. Let coochie stay juicy. If I could make that a big ass sign on the screen right now, I would. Coochie
put
stay
that on the
juicy.
T-shirt,
What
underdog.
like a imagination. Just coochie stay juicy. Okay. There's been a couple of black girls who, when we was getting ready to fuck, I was like, damn, bitch, you on your period or something? She was like, no, it's a panty liner, stupid. My coochie be wet. And I was just like, right on. Like, that motherfucker stay ready to get slid in, don't he? You know what I'm talking about? Like, and she's like, no, it's just how I am. Like, other girls ain't like that. And I was like, oh. Like, I ain't even had the heart to tell her, because I was cheating on my bitch at the time. I even had the heart to tell her that my bitch ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is in high school. My bitch ain't like that. Like, nah, her pussy will get wet, but we gotta like make out for a minute, play with her titties or something like that. Or if I'm just like, let's fuck, you know what I mean? I might gotta spit on it a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? A little spit in the hand or something. Whatever. So I start dating this Indian bitch. This is towards the end of me and Jenny's relationship, where she's going out Sunday to Sunday with her friend Angel, cheating. So I start cheating. I start cheating with this Indian bitch. Coochie stay juicy. Grown woman. We ain't no fucking kids. So I don't want to hear this no, oh, the younger vagina and all this other blah, blah, blah. Bitch had panty liners on every single fucking time. Bitch coochie was magnificent. Literally, when I jump out the coochie, I skeet clear across the room like a fucking rainbow. I jump out the pussy like, oh, oh, pow, pow, pow. Nigga, and did not know where come went, didn't care. Shot over the bitch every single clear time. You know what I mean? And we just be like, I used to be like, how does your pussy make me do that? She didn't have the fattest ass in the world. She didn't have the fattest titties in the world. She was just a little cute, petite, little Indian girl. And I used to fuck the shit out of her. How the coochie just stay juicy. Okay, why is it that when I've been around other women and other relationships and things like that, if I reach to touch your pussy, it's not wet. It's not even a bit of, not even a little bit of moisture on there. It's just dry skin lips, just dry pussy lips. Why? I've been in many relationships. That's never been the fucking case. Some of the bitches I fucked with on the side, okay, that was the case, whatever. Bitch turned out. She probably be fucking all type of niggas. I don't care. You know what I mean? It wasn't my bitch. No, a part of your uterus isn't doing the swing. Uteruses work on swing. They work on a vibrational swing. That's why bitches who don't use it lose it. And how they lose it, it's called fucking cervical cancer. You know who gets cervical cancer the most? Nuns. Why do nuns get cervical cancer the most? They don't fuck. Therefore, the uterus, which is usually in full swing, like when they're saying things are in full swing, okay, now it's going like, bitch, we dying.
We done.
And like that little nub at the back of the pussy, that motherfucker is a control button as much as the fucking clitoris is. Bitches need to come from both. That's why you eat a bitch pussy good, then you fuck the shit out of a bitch and make her nut all over your fucking dick. You do both to get a bitch in full swing. You see what I'm saying? That's like top and bottom, front and back. You see what I'm saying? We doing both jobs here. If you make a bitch come from her asshole, then you really got it. You see what I'm saying? Do all three. So it's that type of shit. And I've done those. It's just when you with somebody whose coochie is like 70% dead, it's like they only get so much sensation out of it. It's only valued but so much before it's just like, all right, sex is over. Scrolling on my phone. Like, I know my dick be doing miracles in this motherfucker. I know all types of dick tricks. You know what I'm talking about? Plus, listen, if I had a business eating pussy, it'd be called Coochie Kissers International. Okay? Ma'am, your Coochie Kissers appointment has arrived. You know what I mean? It'd just be kiss marks and shit. 8:30. Just bitches be juiced. Yeah, nigga, I can book my shit with the Coochie Kisser, man. Nigga, I can fly through girl fucking massage. You know what I mean? Like, it be that. I know you start slow, real slow. Like, you ever seen the movie the 40 Days and 40 Nights? Remember when he was practicing celibacy and he had that bitch on the floor? She was ready to fuck. And he pulled out that flower on that bitch and got to blowing that pedal. Like, bitch, stupid bitch. And the pedal was like vibrating on the bitch, and she was like, like, what he was actually doing is sexual tantra, but that's more done with the mind and the auric field than anything. But anyway, eating pussy is the same thing. Eating pussy is the same thing. It's a very light, gentle, and then, but when I say soft and gentle, I mean like how that feather is barely touching her. It's like less is more, right? So then when you start, and we all know this, when you start to unravel the bitch, when she starts getting more and more into it, she starts pulling your head further into it.
Right.
But my face is already against your pussy like this, bitch. Like, we're like this.
There ain't no more place to go. But maybe
I,
I'll be like,
right.
what the fuck you think this is? But you
They want it harder, but not harder in the sense of rougher, but just more intense. They want that feeling harder. So then when you start giving them more of a glaze of the tongue on the pussy, then it's different. But I know certain pussy tricks. I know how to trick the pussy into feeling like I'm about to come and then take all that feeling away and then bring it back in different waves. You know what I mean? Like, I never let a bitch get too excited to the point where she's just about to straight bust. No, I'm gonna play with you for a while because I actually enjoy doing this. It's an art to me. You know what I mean? So she comes every time. One thing she told me she was concerned about with having sex with the last dude was, what if I give him some pussy and the dick whack? then I'm gonna feel like, damn, I just caught another fucking body out here for no fucking reason. No, that's not what you're really worried about. Because bitches who single out here, they be like, whatever. I just won't count it. No, what you're mad about is the fact that you know somebody at home who could blow your motherfucking back out and twist you upside down and wring you dry, but you out here doing dumb shit, thinking you could try to find that twice. Good luck. I hope you do. Maybe they convince your ass to get the fuck away from me. Yeah, this nigga. My motherfucking god brother. Look. If that nigga had picked up, I'd probably be at the studio with this nigga right now. This nigga probably stayed up all night last night, mixing and finger drumming and shit. He said he just woke up. We were supposed to be having a studio session. We usually link around 1, 2, but he said he just woke up. So if I go, it'll probably be a little later after this, or I don't know. We'll see. But
My niece will
yeah,
be here in like 30 minutes.
you said what?
My niece will be here in 30 minutes.
That's hella funny. You got uncle duties for the weekend?
For today, yeah.
Oh, your
I've
sister?
been promising her for like 3 weeks. She want to stay and play with the fucking cat. She want to torture him, and
I mean,
he
it's
need to
good.
be
It's
tortured by
good.
her.
Let him get used to having her around because cats they get territorial after a certain age. They be like, I know I did not just see you hug him. Who is this little bitch and why is she hugging you? Nah, bitch, this nigga mine. Nah, put them things up, bitch. I ain't even fucking with you. Cause when Talia moved in a couple months ago, I'm telling you, the last video I just uploaded, you gotta watch that shit. When Talia moved in a few months ago, she had a cat. And the cat had never lived with anybody but her. And then the cat started living with us. And then the cat was like, I like Susie. I like this bitch a lot. She's my bitch. And was like doing things like he'd even like put his claws in her and like keep her to him, like, nah, bitch, where you going? Like he was possessive over her. Even after he get whoopings and be told like don't come in our room, that nigga will find a way. So
This
I just
nigga.
know
That's why I say the squirt bottle shit. He would just go perch himself on the couch and lick himself dry and get fucked up again in 5 minutes.
yeah, because he's a kitten. He doesn't think that this is abnormal. He thinks this is life. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta okay. I've been trying to tell my girl this about fucking kids for
Well,
years.
this nigga in 7 minutes he destroyed and broke through his carrier one route. In another 4 minutes, like a Navy SEAL, this nigga shredded through the ceiling of the carrier.
He's determined. He's
Yeah,
determined,
he don't want to.
bro.
He
But
be
that
locked up. He ain't gonna be locked. He ain't. That was his mind. He wasn't gonna be locked up.
no, I feel that. Um, that's what I'm saying. Like I was telling my girl that like kids and animals, especially black kids, are forces of nature. And unfortunately, with these types of forces of nature, either you dominate them or they dominate you. Now, black kids, especially because of that little God inside of them, that bitch is activated quick. They talk big shit. You know what I mean? And will run your ass unless you discipline them right. And, she don't really get that, but cats, that little nigga right there. By the time he a year, you gotta have him trained. Otherwise, he's gonna have his mind fixed. I do what the fuck I want to in this motherfucker. I didn't
You
had
know, he's a tombstone.
shit. I didn't had nine or 10 cats. Like living on First Street, we've had hella animals. That's why I don't want none now. No. Mm-mm. My son wanted a dog bad. His mom wanted a Chihuahua. Said, "Fuck both of y'all. You're not about to trick me into that shit. Then I'm taking care of this motherfucker." Then we attached. Hell no, nigga. You're not
See,
about to
that's
give me
how, man. The girlfriends I done had, this lady I stayed with. I stayed with this. Well, she was a
you was
professor. I was
uh,
fucking
hold on. Tell me more. Professor where?
in Sacramento.
Oh, this is when you was out here.
Yeah, and
Hilarious.
she kept showing up at. I was working at the Target in Laguna. She kept showing up at my job in my apartment complex, and She wouldn't take no for an answer. So the bitch moved me in, moved me out of my apartment, gave me money for the rest of the like couple months at my apartment
Oh, this was
to
some
pay it.
big time tricking here.
Yeah. Then she had a closeted drinking problem. I had to take this bitch to Sebastopol and put her in a rehab, and then they sent the bitch home in 8 hours. It took us longer to get there and then go back to get the bitch than it took for her to stay there overnight. They said she
Bro,
was
that's
wilding
hella
out,
funny.
and they said she was wilding out, and based on their criteria, they are not allowed to force nobody to stay who hasn't been unmedically cleared. Everybody can go home when they want to go home.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, you can't force people into help. They gotta
No,
want it because psychologically they'll go through all of that shit and reject it the moment they get out. Or just give everybody hell the whole time and then people get lawsuits and shit. Because
but
I've seen
basically,
nurses
she had
too.
a little small dog, and in like the 6 7 months I was there, I bonded with the dog, and of course, the dog dies because he was old, but he dies.
Old dogs are always the coolest too.
Yeah,
Cause you don't
yeah.
got they don't need shit.
She don't know how to deal with it and handle it, and she's a drinker, and I
Oh,
don't
she
want her
knows
to be
how
a
to handle
drinker.
it. She knows how to handle it all right. Jack Daniels.
Taka vodka, worse than Jack Daniels.
Oh fuck!
Jack Daniels got some class. You might rough up your wife, but it's got some class.
How's this bitch a professor? Was she like Taka?
Bro, I think every professor is a closeted alcoholic on some cheap, because it's cheap vodka, cheap whiskey, cheap this that you can get consistently, repeatedly, and not really. People will smell Captain Morgan. People smell Jack Daniels. People smell Jameson. You just smell vodka with taco vodka. You don't know what it is, and depending if they got them little shots, that's what they do. They don't buy the
Mm,
bottle. They ain't buying the bottle. That's what they buy little shots.
right. They just want the alcohol in their blood. No, that shit's
You just
crazy.
need
I
a
mean,
taste, need a fix, need to wake up to something. That's what she. Bitch, I got the shakes when I was trying to rehab her at the house. I got the. I need. I'm like, it's 6:47 in the morning. I am not driving to the store to get you two double shots of vodka.
nah, bitch, you getting hogtied. You getting hogtied and put in the bed like Ray Charles.
Or you gonna crash out and put your head in the oven.
Oh yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. That ain't gonna last too long. I give you about the time that that oven heat up to 325. You gonna be out of that bitch. Either that or
It
this
was,
house gonna be warm.
it was a
Nah, white
that's
bitches is crazy like that. I'm not doing that. She sound like a white bitch.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that sounds like some shit that people pick up in college, like that cheap drinking shit. Because you in college, you a fucking poor ass college
well,
kid, and you develop that habit then.
yeah,
That's how
and
she got through all them books.
that's how they get you to deal with stress is out because everything is frowned upon. Weed
It's
is
illegal.
whatever in college, but
It's federally
harder
still illegal.
drugs, yeah, hard. Oh yeah, especially on college campuses.
You know, and it's crazy that they put weed as like a Schedule 1 narcotic up there with like crystal meth and shit like that. You'd be like,
Because it's the
damn.
gateway. I'm like, bro, I have never been smoking a joint in my life and be like, I need some black tar heroin.
The only people who
DC
ever was like, I need
DCP's
something
gonna
stronger.
spice this up.
The only people who was like, I need something stronger. It's people who's had shit that was stronger. And they didn't start with no weed. You know what I mean? I know people who started doing pills first and drinking syrup and shit first before they ever smoked weed. And then they was all like, oh, weed? Yeah, that shit cool. They just don't really get me high like that. I
I
just be
used to
like,
do
whoa.
syrup and pills. I
But that's what I'm
can't,
saying. We didn't start
nah,
on that though.
nah.
You start on that? Think about it. You a kid and you start on that? And you go heavy, you go to a heavy end on that, and then you come back and you were like an adult, like you done been through some shit, right? And then you start smoking weed, and it's not like the weed we started smoking, like pure Maui Wowie or pure strains. These are all mixed strains, and everything is just
Hybrids. Everything's a
right.
hybrid.
The
And our
shit just
a
don't hit us.
grandchild of a strain.
That's what I'm saying. It's runts mixed with zittles mixed with this. Can I just get some White Widow, please? That's all I want. It's just some old fashioned white widow to get me really, really high. Maybe some Maui Wowie, some God's gift. I'll take some of those. I got some shit growing in there right now. I don't know what it is.
I just want some Granddaddy Purple 2 for the 15 from the tees again. You know,
Nigga, right there on the fucking corner at the bus stop, a nigga named Big Head Larry used to sell some of the fattest sacks for 2 for 15, nigga. I don't know what happened to that nigga. I know he didn't get killed because everybody who get killed gets turned into a martyr in Richmond. But I'm so fucking
he
serious.
was gonna invest that money into a school. That's why he was pimping those girls. They knew they were gonna be professors,
Oh
grief
fuck,
counselors.
fuck. He was a good man. He was looking out for his community. He was a family man. That explains why he was in Vegas all those months pimping those whores. Underage
Gave
ones
out turkeys
too.
like Nino Brown, baby. Gave
Fuck
out
out of
turkeys like
here.
Nino Brown.
Yes, he preached the message of AOB. Everything was all on a bitch at that time. No one had money around here. Come on now. You find you a nice white bitch to mooch off of her family and steal the family's Buick, and then you guys scrape through the goddamn town and you put whistle pipes on it. Duh. Fucking idiot. Don't you know the game? Haven't you been seeing this? This isn't at all what Mac Dre told us to do, but we're gonna act like it is. Stupid ass nigga. They don't understand. That nigga was he was upgrading his life and moved and was like, yeah, I don't want to do the turf shit no more. He even said it on the song. It's like, stop being like a bum, come to the turf and get your weed, go to the club and get your shit the official way, the boss way.
Uh,
Okay. He was about bossing his life up. I'm trying to have these hoes so I can do shit like Jay Diggs is doing in Maui all the time. That nigga lives in Maui now. He come to the crest when he feel like it. Niggas is dumb. I'm supposed to live on the turf and do all that. It's whatever. But you did say your niece was coming soon, so I don't know if you got to get ready for her or whatever. But
nah. It's already ready for the
yeah,
attack
she is gonna come and get busy with the cat, huh?
and put on the minions. You know,
Nigga, that well, cherish them times. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know your sister's situation with her dude, but I just know like kids always need that positive male role model in their life. No matter who it is, you know what I mean? That shit's pivotal, you know? And especially for little girls, because come on, 99% of shit we was talking about is about these girls not having no proper male guidance in their life. You know what I mean? So um I know you unmarried man, you ain't got no kids, none of that. You ain't gotta make time for shit. But I'm glad that you do make time for your niece and stuff like that, because that shit's it goes along. It goes
yeah.
along.
Nah, she said the card she been dealt.
I mean,
I,
shit. I
I
mean,
can't reshuffle them, but I can shit. I can fix the hand. I can tell her how to play. So
yeah, you could just be the man. Hey, this how you navigate through this. You know what I mean? I remember when your sister was pregnant and she put it on social media somehow. I don't know. I'm not friends with her on any social media, but my sister is. And I guess they had some type of fucking stupid ass fault going on with them over their nicknames. Cause my sister, we call her Weedy, but your sister, they call her Wee. And I'm like, all right, I don't know when they start doing that, but I know when we start calling her Weedy was because my little cousin couldn't say Marlia. He'd say Marwea. And then we just be like, Weeticus. It is Weeticus. Like, you know, niggas, they make fun of everything. So I started
well,
giving her
my
a,
uncle and them they called her Wienerbago, and then it
see what
became
I'm
Wiener,
saying?
and then we was from Darius and all them niggas. They called her Wee, but her name was Wiener. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I've never heard this a day in my life. I just know when we start calling my sister that, I just was doing it because it sounded funny. Marweticus sounds funny. We all give. My mom used to call me Mercutio for years. That's a nigga out of Shakespearean play. she may not know that was the gay nigga who was involved with in love with Romeo, but Marcusio, because my name's Marlon. Where's Marcusio? It's funny. It rolls off the tongue. So Marweeticus, and then it became Weedy, and then it just stuck. So when I heard they was having some type of online discussion about that, I was like, y'all lame. But then she, when your sister said she was pregnant and she was having a baby, everybody was like, who is her baby daddy? Who who is this woman's baby daddy? Why are there no pictures with this nigga? Why is this nigga a ghost? But they was like, nah, he be around. I'm
A
like, how
black
you
ass
know he be
ghost.
around? I'm, what'd you say?
A black ass ghost.
See, so this is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers be like, he be around though. I'm like, how you know he be around? You don't even be with that girl. You don't even know her or her business like that. Oh, I know people who know her and blah 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 blah. I'm
That
like,
all women's net, their CIA network better
so
than
there
the
was a
black
couple of
cops.
people. There was a couple of people speculated, but I honestly still to this day I don't give a fuck who her baby daddy is. All I know is you're the acting male role model in the family for that little girl, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? But the shit just kind of threw me for a loop because it was one of those times where I was shocked to hear somebody was pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, there's not too many people that shock me to find out that they're having kids,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know. I've never known. I never hung out with Christina or nothing. Anytime I seen Christina, you was always there 9 times out of 10, unless she was like roaming with some pack of girls or whatever. But I've never seen like I guess girls who I expect to have kids are girls I've already seen have a maternal nature, which I know that's kind of like, nah, bitches could change when they have babies. But I just, every time somebody have a kid to me, I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker has a kid. What's going on here? Fucking niggas could raise kids? I thought it was all about you. Interesting. But I don't know. I don't know your sister's type of person, her personality to be like, oh, she's a all about her type of person. I know a couple bitches out here is like that.
Nah, her problem was she's all about other people. She's highly invested in other people.
Hence the stupid bitches you've seen work 2 jobs to take care of a bum ass nigga. It sounded personal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that gets
Well, I
dark.
think that she got that deep. It ain't really necessarily it's friends. Most her problem mostly was her friends. It's always been her selection of
Ooh.
friends and need a friend. And I don't
Oh,
understand, but I have to still I'm a psychology major. I still have to try to rope it and understand it myself because I can only see it from my lens. I've had a million friends since birth. Kids have always I've been always liked by kids and not like liked also I've been worshipped by kids. So in middle school, high school, I've always had a huge group of friends and people. I would only say like really in like me and Marcel was tight, but I wasn't really friends with a lot of his friends. I was friends with
Marcel's a
Ivy and them,
funny.
but that's a different group of people. That because they were from the village. I knew them before I knew him, but I never hung with them until I hung with him.
Right,
His
right.
other friends like Sammy and them, those type of dudes. That's
See, Sammy
different.
and them, we went to school with, so it was like it was a
No,
little
oh,
different. Like,
not Toucan Sam. Like his
oh, okay.
curly hairs, his best friend Sammy, the curly hair one who got killed.
Oh, I don't know him.
So I went to a quince with them. We went to a party. We fought some grown men, and we a lot of yeah,
Nah, man. I ain't
that's
even gonna
the
lie. Somebody,
thugging and
uh,
shit.
you want to know
Young shit.
why? You want to know why? Like at a certain age, I just wasn't around y'all.
Well, you see, I diverged from them after ninth in the ninth grade. I just started hanging with Kenneth and all them. I started thinking about college, my life, future. Not Richmond girls, none of the Richmond politics or things that I had priorly been involved or engaged in. And you
I
got to
mean,
stop perpetuating bullshit.
yeah, I mean, there was part of that. Like the only reason why I even knew Marcel and them was because y'all brought them niggas around, and then y'all have been my niggas. You know what I mean? Like you and Billy and Vince. Like Vince hits me all the time. You know what I mean? And he tells me about how it broke his heart when we weren't friends anymore after that bullshit that happened when my mom tried to make me and Joe jump him because she thought he burglarized our house. You know, when it was the Mexican kids who lived next door. But
Yeah,
regardless, there was all types of shit going on in my life at that time. And I had to make a decision to go towards either I was gonna get into some street shit or I was gonna get into some business shit. And I started getting into some business shit. You see what I'm saying? So I just plus I started that relationship with Jenny when I was around like 15. So and she had been on my line since like the year before that. And I had like a relationship with Kaylin. I started my internships and stuff like that. I just started getting into more business orientated shit. And I just didn't have time anymore. And then I started doing like football and like the art college and all this other shit. Like my life was like taking off in high school. All that shit ended as soon as you graduate. They like, we don't know you no more, nigga. Like, goodbye. That was good. We got our money on that too. Like, we use y'all inner city kids to, oh, don't you want to help give us money for this? They give a stipend or a grant. We run the grant at, give y'all niggas a good time. Peace. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I know a
well,
couple people who went through that.
I was in D Rock. They discovering the reality of our community. We went and help clean up a park and take pictures and talk about it. And then we were supposed to talk in the town hall. We got invited us because of our papers and research and shit. Invited to town hall, and then we get these grown people with their stupid ass ideas trying to just get funded for their bullshit nonprofit that they
Yeah.
ain't helping nobody with, and then they
Yep.
take over our TV slot
You know,
to talk.
honestly, that didn't happen with us. We did get to speak. We got to speak in front of like the city, and we worked for the city of San Pablo, which funds a lot of shit for development for the city of Richmond, which is weird how they do that. But AC Transit is through the city of San Pablo for all of the East Bay. So we was like around them people and the mayor and all that other shit. We did a couple of speeches, but it just like the ideas we had was to turn like grocery outlet where and that parking lot that was over there, we was gonna
Yeah,
turn that into like a skating rink, like a rec center slash skating rink. And instead, they was like, good idea. How about we just put a skate park by the rec center that y'all already got that nobody goes to? How about we do that? Not even jazz the rec center up or make it a new attraction. Just put a skate park there for all the druggies. Good enough, right? So the couple million that we got for that, yeah. Let's spend 25,000 and just put up a couple ramps. That'd be good enough. You know what I mean? So I get to play now that I'm older, but when I was younger, it was just like, damn, nigga, y'all had me thinking I was on my pursuit to being a fucking millionaire for real. Like, I went to Nicaragua, I went to New York. I even got motherfuckers jobs. I got Jenny a job in the shit and brought that bitch to New York with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, we was a part of shit that was actually moving in the world and getting paid stipends for the shit, like thousands of dollars every summer for each kid. So it's not like niggas couldn't sustain that. It's just I don't know, man. The white people start getting goofy once they can use you. Not that you're not an asset. 'Cause I called my mentor afterwards and she was like, "You're a great kid. You
no,
really are."
yeah.
I
Once
just
they've gotten the grant and secured their bag or their project, that's
I
because
don't
it's
know
the
what
problem
more I
solved
can do
product.
for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's what
Fuck
you
me.
can't ain't no more you can do for her. That's what it is.
Right, right. So it fucked me up when the other mentor, who's really was near and dear to my heart, it kind of breaks my heart that I haven't heard from her in so many years because what she ended up doing, we used to go to her house, me, Jenny, a couple of the other coworkers, not coworkers, classmates. We used to go to her house and she was like a second mother to us. We used to spend the night there. We used to go out on the town, all types of shit. And I'm in a relationship with Jenny at the time. So when we graduate and we move out, like she catches up with us a little bit, but then she's going through breast cancer at the time and in remission from it. Now this is a fucked up story a little bit. So she owned her house in Pleasant Hill, sold it to her sister, moved to her dream house in Hawaii. A fucking sheep rammed her fucking back screen door window and broke it. And then she felt like something wrong in her chest. She had been examined several times in fucking California. But then when she got examined by the doctors in Hawaii, they said, ma'am, you have breast cancer. She had to sell her house in Hawaii, move back in with her sister in the house that she previously owned, stack her shit up, and build her way back up in remission of cancer. She started running laps and stuff like that. She wrote a book called When Life Gives You Lemons, You Make Lemonade. And she gave it to Jenny at the time. And she gave me, I never forget this shit. She gave me a copy of The Blind Side.
Mm.
So, you know what The Blind Side's about, right?
Yeah, Michael Irvin.
But they saved this nigga. No, well, they lied and said this nigga's mom was on crack and they saved him from
Yeah.
this.
And that he couldn't read and shit like that.
Right, it was all a lie.
He was just a modern football, or not modern, but you know what I mean. He was a fucking jock. He wasn't stupid, but he wasn't smart.
Right, he was just a big ass nigga they could use, and they was like, we can make some millions off this nigga. You know what I mean? So they did. But she gave her that book, and it was like, I don't know what Jenny told her. Maybe it was about our relationship or anything like that, because we were both very toxic to each other at a young age. But she started siding with her, and it's like she wanted nothing to do with me anymore. And I was like, you only know her because of me. You knew me first. You know me since I was a little younger, probably 3, 4 years younger. You know me since I was like 14, 15. You don't know me better enough, or you don't have the grace enough to come. And I still hold this against people to this day now, to be like, Marlon, what's going on? Not once. Unless it's somebody who's like hella far from the situation who can't do nothing, no way. Nobody ever be like, bro, what's happening? Are you okay? My sister asked today, but it's like this shit's already over. So it's like, come on, bro, like that kind of fucked me up a little bit, because it's like, damn, I brought this bitch into your life not for you to turn on me with this bitch, and she completely in the wrong, and you don't know it because I don't be telling it. I didn't tell about how much Jeannie was cheating and how she was doing all this other shit and how I was taking care of her and my granny who had Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. And then my uncle moves in and he starts fucking with Justine, and Justine's 16 years old. This nigga's like damn near 30 or in his 30s. You see what I'm saying? Like, so much shit happened around that time that I just was like, I'm wrapping up this chapter of my life. Y'all niggas can have it. Go ahead. Amir's dead now. He got shot and killed like 2 years ago, trying to steal somebody's catalytic converter. Allegedly, it was some Mexican kid. Shot him in the back once. And it's weird to me that this nigga would die from this, because this nigga's been shot a bunch of times. This nigga's like Wolverine of Vallejo. Niggas have stripped this nigga naked and shot him in the face on the side of a freeway, and this nigga lived and walked to a hospital. Okay? This nigga done been on a million capers and then escaped them all.
Not a million capers. That nigga Lupin the Third.
Nigga, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. For real time.
Kaito Kid.
Nigga, for real, bro. So, nigga, I remember one time he told me a story, because my mom was dating this nigga on the main line named Darrence. And Darrence went to jail when he moved out here. He caught a kingpin charge for some other nigga he was selling dope for. Dude snitched on him and was like, nah, he the kingpin, not me. He's selling the dope. Okay, so he went to jail for like 14 years. And him and Darrence had robbed a nigga before he went to jail. Now, Amir was living in Vegas at this time, but you know, all Bay Area niggas go to Vegas. That's like their second home. So he's coming out the store one day in Vegas, and he said somebody just blindsided him and just bop, knock him the fuck out. And the people he was with was like still in the store. I think he was like going to the car to get something, or maybe they was at a restaurant or something. He said they got up when they seen he was just like slumped on the floor and dude just hit him once, but he didn't keep hitting him. He was just standing over him talking shit. And he was like, that nigga could have killed me if he wanted to. But he was like, I knew what that shit was from. We had robbed that nigga, like of some drugs and some money or some shit like that. So, like I said, that nigga have been on a million capers and survived them all, even survived certain revenge plots and shit like that. For you to get killed by a teenager still in a catalytic converter, hey man, everybody dirt catch up to him someday.
I'm saying the cats got 9 lives, but they still can die.
So it's like from April, the mentor lady, to my granny at that time, Amir and fucking Justine and all that other shit. And I don't get what the fuck Justine problem is with me. Hey bitch, don't be mad at me for your choices in life. I didn't tell you to fuck with that nigga. Your infatuation with Joe led you to fucking with Joe's older brother. Don't put none of that shit that happened on me. That shit came from you being a dumbass bitch fucking with that nigga when you wasn't supposed to be fucking with that nigga. Bitch seen me one time at their mom's house, turned her motherfucking nose up at me like I was, girl, I don't know who you think this is, but I don't care. I don't care about none of that shit. I wrote them niggas off a long time ago. But yeah, all types of shit, bro. All types of shit. I know I'm gonna get through this shit though. This current shit.
Yeah, look through about the shit too. I say that, it still make me mad. So I still have days and moments, but I'm like, I done lived through some wild ass shit. And as a child, I say, if I could make it through that shit, this older shit is just more older shit. Working is working. I supervise, so I lead people, but which means you deal with every type of motherfucker. And these motherfuckers now is so hard to get. I be like Edward James. So how do I reach these kids? Because it ain't fucking.
That's hella funny. Nah, they retarded.
I mean, it's unfortunate. It's their society. It's like, bro. Like I tell people, we're literally the gap. We were born in '91. We were the first ones to have computers in our classes. Remember the math remember
Hmm.
prime munchers and fucking Sierra. They defunct. That's brazy to me. That's why kids stupid. The Sierra Nevada, the company, the one that had all the little computer games, we learned the shit. We
Hmm.
were Mr. Garrett's class, Mr. Richardson and them's class. All that shit is gone now, but they can watch TikToks and YouTubes.
Bro, they don't even teach kids phonics in school anymore. Have a
They don't
kid.
really make them. They don't really make them do cursive. They don't. I mean,
Oh no,
it's some
cursive is
shit.
they don't do cursive anymore.
And I wasn't great with cursive, but oh, my nieces, they're calling the FaceTime.
All right, bro. Do your thing, bro.
All right, I'll talk
All
to you.
right, I'll holler at you, bro. Peace.
All right.